So after months of waiting and saving, I finally pulled the trigger this past Monday and bought the iPad Pro 11-inch. For school mainly, I had been meaning to buy this device eventually, but I decided to buy it now for a couple of reasons. One, there was an insane deal going on at Micro Center. I got this device for $669 new, which is insane because I could buy the pencil and the iPad for the same price as the original MSRP for the iPad Pro, so that was pretty cool. And I recently watched Marques Brownlee's iPad Only Challenge video, so that was really cool. And that brings me to my purpose for this video, talking about iPadOS, which really was the main driving factor. This device now seems useful in my life for several different reasons that I'm about to get into. But two quick things before I continue here. Number one, I'd really appreciate it if you'd smash that like button and leave a comment of your opinion or a question or whatever you want to say. Interaction with YouTube videos is great for the algorithm and it helps my videos get to more people. So I'd really appreciate it if you left a like, left a comment, and subscribed if you were so inclined. That would help me out a lot. And secondly, I just want to quickly say this is my firsthand experience that I'm about to elaborate on. I know it's going to sound like I might be regurgitating some talking points, like iPadOS features or whatever, but I mean like I'm just talking about my experience that I've had with this device for the past week. So just disclaimer, I know it may sound like I'm repeating things that people have already said, but again, this is just my perspective that I want to share with you guys. So the first thing that drew me to the iPad Pro with iPadOS is the new home screen. It just takes advantage of this massive 11-inch and the 12.9-inch display on both models. The icons appear smaller. You get that widget on the left-hand side in the landscape orientation. It just looks better optimized for iPad. It differentiates it from being just a blown-up iPhone that it had been for years. It feels less like a toy, more like a tool. And it's still not totally ideal. I mean, I wish that it was more Mac OS-esque, and it's not like this iPad Mac hybrid that a lot of us have been wanting for years. But it's a big step up. I think it looks a lot better, and it once again makes better use of the massive display that you have here. The second feature that drew me to iPad Pro with iPadOS, as sad as this is going to sound, is external storage compatibility now. You can actually plug in an SD card or a flash drive and actually read files and copy files to your iPad Pro. It's such a simple feature. You would think that a device with USB Type-C would be able to do this right out of the box, but no, we had to wait a year for that, and it's kind of ridiculous, but at least it's here now and gives me a reason to, actually want to use this device. And as you may know, I'm like a creative professional. I'd like to think of myself as that. I do photo work, I do video work, and I do YouTube, obviously, which is a combination of both. And I love the fact that I could just plug in my SD card. Although it hasn't been working great right now, I don't know why, it might just be a bug. I can plug in an SD card, copy some files over, photos, and open them up in Lightroom and edit them. I love that. That's so dope, especially on the go. Being able to just edit things and do some pro work more so than with iOS 12 on here is just a really great experience. And the ability to connect to external storage is just very vital in that creative process. The third feature has to do with multitasking. As you may know, it's greatly improved on the iPad with iPadOS. You can now have two instances of an app open, which is great, especially if you're doing web browsing. I do a lot of web browsing and research. Say I'm on Reddit or some kind of forum and some kind of shopping site. I can have two tabs open at the same time and refer to information, and that's especially useful at school if I'm looking at articles or whatever. You can also have this carousel view, so you can have a quick little swipe in to see an app to respond to a text or interact with something, and then just swipe it away, and then have multiple different things open. You can kind of swipe through like you're on an iPhone home screen, if you get my drift. It's really, really great, and it just enhances the overall usability of your iPad. It makes it feel much more useful, that you can just access information a lot more quickly and efficiently. And yeah, I think it works really great, and I really do like what Apple has done so far, even in this beta form. The fourth feature that drew me to buy this device with iPadOS, as sad as this is going to sound again, is desktop browsing, or default desktop browsing. It makes a humongous difference. I used iPad for high school for 4 years, and I had this problem. I just didn't really like going into Safari because the websites that mattered most to me, I have to request the desktop website, and it just didn't load right, and it just looked stupid. Now I can actually go to the desktop YouTube Studio or dashboard website in Gmail and Docs and whatever, and just do what I gotta do like I would on my MacBook or my iMac, and it's just super convenient and great. Again, it's a simple feature, but it just differentiates this device from an iPhone. This is a more desktop, laptop-ish device now versus a mobile device. It's taking advantage of the screen, and with Apple Pencil, browsing is really great. You can have a fine point to navigate with, and scrolling with 120 Hertz is just phenomenal. It makes web browsing really fun. The fifth feature, or rather sub features I want to talk about, have to do do with Apple Pencil with iPadOS. And Apple Pencil is already phenomenal, especially the second gen with iOS 12. I'd go into Best Buy and just scribble on the iPad for like an hour and just admire how well integrated it is and how smooth the writing experience is. This is probably the biggest reason I bought this device for Apple Pencil and note-taking. Speaking of note-taking, the Notes app is much improved. They've improved like the, toolbar. You can dismiss it, and there's more tools, and I guess they increased the latency, so, writing just feels amazing. I love the experience, and I might even use the Notes app to take actual notes in college, or I might just buy another app, but, it's an improved experience for sure. And then there's Sidecar with macOS Catalina, which looks like such a cool feature of being able to, manipulate like a Photoshop window with your iPad with Apple Pencil and Sketch and just make use of this fine-tipped, fine point tool and do stuff that you really can't do with a mouse. It might replace, like a Wacom tablet for some people. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I don't really do drawing, so don't crucify me for saying that. But it's a super cool feature, and I cannot wait to make use of it in my own creative workflow. And the sixth feature, I think, yeah, we're on sixth, that I want to talk about is the Files app with iPadOS and iPad Pro. It's no longer useless or just stupid looking. They actually have a downloads folder. You can actually download stuff off of websites, which is dope. Not just like photos or saving photos to your camera roll or whatever. You have more of an ability to manipulate stuff and move stuff around to different folders. It's an improved design, and once again, you can actually access external storage. And I'll say it, it's still no Finder, but it's definitely getting closer to that, which is great because this new Files app, and again, iPadOS in general is really differentiating itself from the iPhone line, is trying to tell you that this device is more geared towards work and just stuff that you usually do with your laptop. So I'm really happy to see that they're moving in that direction. File management and file manipulation is super important to people who do a lot of creative work and just work in general. And yeah, that about wraps things up. I hope this video helped you out if you're looking to buy this device maybe right now. I don't think it's too late. They're coming out with a new iPad Pro eventually, and I heard that the updated version is not going to be that special. So if you can snag this for a great deal, new or used, go ahead and do it. It's super powerful. It's more powerful than my laptop that I have right here. It's really surprising. And the A12X is just a monster. You can do pretty much anything on here: video editing, photo editing, gaming, web surfing, anything you can imagine you can do with this device. And on top of that, it's just really fun to use. Like Marquez said, I've had it for a week and I can affirm that it's just a fun device, especially with the beautiful ProMotion 120Hz display and just the new software experience. It's just a very fun device to interact with on a daily basis. And yeah, once again, I hope this video helped you out. I'd really appreciate it if you smash that like button, comment if you have any questions or suggestions or an opinion, and subscribe for more content like this. Remember, any interaction that you have with my videos really helps me out, as the algorithm likes interaction and will push my videos to more people. So once again, I'd really appreciate it. And as always, I'm Noah, and I will catch you all in the next one.